Hi, good evening all. The Sabres lose in overtime. Let's just take a look at this and talk about it. Coming up. I didn't like the call on Darlene. I'm just going to say it right away. I thought, the NHL guys, it's one of those areas that it's not just about the Sabres. It's the entire league. Any of you that watch a lot of different games and you'll see this happen out. I think the Canucks have been, I can't tell you how many times they were screwed this year by the refs in the games I've watched. So just giving an example, it's not just us, but my goodness. It was a terrible call, I thought. So we're going to look at this, guys, and we're going to talk about it. We'll look at the numbers. We'll talk about some other things in a sec. Let's take a look at the numbers first. Here we go. Okay, shots on goal, 33-26. Face-offs, we were dominated, though, in that department, 61 to 39%. They were 1 for 3 on the power play. We were 0 for 2. They had 24 hits. We had 19. No real complaints there tonight, believe it or not. And the blocks, they had 22. We had 14. They had 6 giveaways. We had 9. Shots on goal per period. And there you see, 7-6 New York in the first period. And then the Sabres, the last 2 periods, pretty much were the better team. We outshot them 13-5 in the second, 14-11 in the third. Then in the overtime, they gained possession of the puck. And as we know, then the power play happened, and that was the end of it. 33-26 for the game there. Scoring. All right, no goals in the first period. Second period, Skinner opens it up, his 29th. He's on the cusp now, having another 30-goal season. Good to see. From Lyubushkin and Thompson. Then Kane gets a lucky break off an Owen Power deflection into the net. Ties it 1-1 after 2 periods. Third period, no scoring. And as you see, Panarin scored on the power play in overtime at the 2:02 mark. Crap call by the ref, in my opinion. I don't think that was a penalty, guys. What if that was overtime in a series? Are these guys going to really be doing this kind of officiating in the playoffs? I'm wondering. Now, for you negative people, I'm going to give you some good news, because there's a lot of negative Sabres fans. I'm reading the boards, and it's sad. You guys get beat up so easy out there. I don't know why. I really don't get why. I've been a fan longer than most of you, and I don't get beat up that way. Washington beat the Islanders 5-1. Florida lost in overtime 5-4. And Detroit lost in their game in Boston, as we know. And there is one more game happening, which is Pittsburgh won. I'm kind of only looking at the Islanders, though, at this time, guys. I'm kind of writing in Pittsburgh. I know they haven't been playing great, but I still think they're going to get in just because they're Pittsburgh. And Ottawa's playing in Vancouver right now, 0-0, 9 minutes into the first period right now. So, in this game, we showed up. We played pretty good. The Sabres played pretty good. I thought they were the better team in the game, and we just didn't win it. So we found a way to lose, I guess I could say, safe and sound. But folks, the giving up thing, I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't. I want to show you guys something, okay? We're going to take a look at a clip and show me why, after what I've lived through with the Sabres the last 10 years, I should give up now. You tell me after you see this clip. Here's the wild card. So look at the Islanders' loss column. Games played, right? And the Sabres. And the Sabres are 7 points behind them with 3 full games in hand. Forget who's in front of us, because those teams could all of a sudden slump. We got games in hand on some of them. I'm not really looking at that. I'm looking at that playoff spot right now, if we were to get hot. And yeah, I still got Detroit in it, because Detroit's still in it. They're not out yet. Detroit's still in this thing. So if Detroit's still in it, we're as hell still in it, But if you look, 26 losses for the Islanders, 27 for Florida, 28 for Washington, 27 for Ottawa, 28 for Buffalo, 27 for Detroit. And you're telling me we're out of it. Are you guys really joking or are you serious is my question. How are we out of it? We're not out of it. We're in a slump at the wrong time of the year, but doesn't mean we're out of it. You guys know it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing what's going on this year. So if the Sabres catch fire, all of a sudden you guys what, are going to jump back on the bandwagon and cheering them on to get in the playoffs? Come on. They need you now. You guys, we need you now. We need the fans now. We need the positive energy now. Not after they've succeeded, now. So my guess on this is for the majority of Sabres fans that have given up, most of them, I'm guessing, are in their 30s or younger. I'm just guessing, okay? For the ones in my age category, I'm guessing the majority of us know better than to give up. And it's just the way that is, because maybe because we had more glory years or color, or with just more experience knowing that things can change, especially, guys, when you're still in it. I told you guys, a 5-game winning streak, and we're right back in this thing. And yeah, I know the schedule's hard. I know it looks bad, okay? I get it. It does look bad. But what if we do it? What if we do it? What if we get on a run all of a sudden? You know, at least I would say cheer them on at least till they're mathematically out. At least do the bare minimum as a fan before throwing in the towel.
It may be simple, but it's a start.
I don't understand it. I guess I never will. That's why I started this channel, folks. You know it. There was too much negativity out there about the Sabres, and I started this channel because of the negative crap that Sabres fans believe in here. You know, if I would have went into anything that I'd done in my life, sports, whether it be the martial arts, the hockey, the boxing, I was terrible at boxing, but any of these things that I did, okay? If I would have went in there with a negative mindset, what would have happened? What would have happened when I'm sparring a Fort Dan black belt and I'm going in there thinking I'm going to lose? What's going to happen, folks? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You said it. I'm going to lose. I lost anyway. That's not the point. The point is you can't go in with the mindset that it's over before you even go. Like, at least let's go in there and swing and see what happens. At least, you know, this thing's not done yet. It's not done. The home record's what's killing us. It's not the team so much. It's the home record. I want to see now on this road trip. If we go on this road trip, and we're due for a bad road trip, to be honest, folks. We're due for a bad one. We might not have one in us. We might just continue to be good on the road. I'm talking a bad one where we go into 3 games and get slaughtered, you know, like we'll see. These next 3 games, if the Sabres lose all 3 of them, okay, because then I look that the gap got bigger and the games got smaller. But right now it's like this. You know, it's hovering. There's no way to know just yet. Not if there's a winning streak inside the kids. If there's still a winning streak inside this team, yes, we can get back in this thing. Yes, the truth is, if we win all our games in hand, we're right back in it. We're right back in it. So, yeah, we've got these games in hand that we have to win now. It wasn't like they were a security blanket like before. Now we have to win them. That's the difference. I'm not giving up. I'm just saying it for the record. You guys want to give up, that's fine. That's your business, you know? As long as we keep it civil with each other, is all I care. Really. It's like, I just don't want to see that negativity discourage fans that are not giving up is my concern. You know, the fans that don't want to give up, I hate to think that they're going to get discouraged by the fans that quit. You know, I don't see any reason in quitting. Not yet. No. Not until I'm going to need more proof that it's over, is what I'm saying. This isn't enough proof for me. This is just, things are bad right now. Things look bad right now. But it's sports, guys. You know how it is in sports. It's like a stock market. It goes like this sometimes. And tell me the Sabres haven't been the prime example of that this year. Come on. How many times have they went up And we're riding the highs and we're feeling the lows, and we're riding the highs and feeling the lows. How many times that happened? At least 5 times that's happened to us this year, at least. So we've had too many winning streaks this season for me to write off this team. That's another thing, okay? How many winning streaks have we had this year? You guys tell me. We've had at least 5. How many winning streaks did we have the previous 10 years? Did we have 5 winning streaks back then? Maybe combined. We had the 10, right? We had the quick Kruger start when he came over. The 10 was under Housley. I just don't want to quit on the team yet. So you forgive me, I'm not giving up. All right, so that's my job also as a Sabres channel, to have our self-respect and not give up. Okay, if I got to be the voice of reason that way, then I'm going to be, whether you guys like it or not. I don't really give a damn. I'll be straight with you. I don't care. Okay, I started this channel because of the negativity that was out there. That negative crap that I used to read in other lounges, it was disgusting. How the Sabres fans would even make fun of their own team. Or just give up, outright give up on them. Just give up all the time. Sooner or later, guys, I have a hunch. Things are due to change with this franchise. Will it be this year? I don't know. I know one thing, it's not over yet. Once it's over, I'll be the first one to get on here and say season's done. Now, what do we do? Because I'll tell you what, the first thing I'll be talking about once I think the season's done completely, and it'll be this close to being mathematically done by the time I surrender, I'd be like, I'm telling you, I'd be like in Berlin, and if I was fighting for the Germans, and I'm not giving in to the Russians, I'm going to fight to the death. That's just, the mentality that I have when it comes, the same kind of mentality I have, guys, here when it comes to this stuff. I can't give up. I just can't. I can't. But what I can tell you is the minute I think the season's done, I'm switching over to Team Tank, guys. I want to get as high a pick as possible, right? And the best chances possible. Because right now, as we're speaking right now, we have a 3% chance of Connor Bedard as I'm speaking to you right now, this very second. So don't think that's not in the back of my head. It is. I'm keeping an eye on that. But I just don't want to have to go that route right now. I don't want to cheer for losses, that's for sure. But I'll be very open to it if we're mathematically out. Yeah, then I hope the Sabres tank out their last 5 games or whatever it is at that point, guys. But right now, till it's done, I've said my piece. Till it's done, come here. Till it's done, I am not, and neither is Rosie, giving up on the boys. So we are not giving up on the Sabres, right, Rosie? Are we giving up? No, we're not giving up. She says we're not giving up. We're going to just roll the dice and we'll see what happens the rest of the year, guys. What else can we do? It's been a fun year. This has been a year where they deserve us not to give up on them. They showed too much promise this year. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks what we're going through. Don't think I don't know. I do. All right, guys, I've talked long enough. It was a bit of a rant, sorry. I just want to be very clear where I stand with this and where the channel stands with this. And when it's time, I'll say, all right, season done. Till then, no. You're not getting it out of my mouth. No chance. All right, folks, you have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.